Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Testing 1, 2.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, to Prince Edward School, home of the Tigers. This is the Paramount Garments final, which is about to get underway. My name is Shingi Vere. Joining me in commentary today is Kieran. Kieran, how are you today?
Good, thanks yourself, Shingi.
Excellent stuff. So we are here at Prince Edward School for the final, the ladies' final. This is the Paramount Garments Northern Region League final, which sees the perennial winners, the juggernaut that is FS Raiders, taking on a very, some would say, a very different opponent. A lot of people were expecting the log leaders, that was Zimbiru Titans, to be in the final, but we have the Harare Sports Club Red Lions who will be facing off against Raiders today.
So for a clean game and a good game of rugby.
Definitely, that is what we're looking for. So a quick look at the team sheets for today as our invited guest, that is Ms. Rumbi from Paramount Garment Works, as well as the Vice Chair of Harare Province Rugby, Ms. Lindiwe, just greeting the players. Raiders, our starting 15 reads as follows: Dewa, Nyamukondiwa, Ndlovu, Kawocha, Kwete, Chendambuya, Chidawa, Max, Nyoni, Mukomondo, Gonagombe, Sianga, Mabika, Captain, Tagarira, and Chirinda. That is the starting 15 for FS Raiders today. And good to see the national team captain, Mabika, on the field, as well as the try-scoring machine, that is Rufaro Tagarira. For Red Lions today, we have the following as their starting 15. Taperera, Zimba, vice captain. Chimbindi, Mandaza, Gombwe, Chideme, Chindiro, Shoko, captain. Migire, Mpofu, Dube, Kanjera, Mujganadzo, Kadimu, and Mandinyenya. That is the starting 15 for the Red Lions that will be doing battle today. So on the field are the two teams now ready to do battle. We have Harare Sports Club Red Lions, the ladies in their pink kit on the back with the white shorts, playing from left to right, while FS Raiders, the defending champions, with ball in hand, will be playing from right to left. Very nice, snazzy gray kit with the blue socks. And ball in hand is Makumando, who gets us off and to the races. And not cleanly taken there by Harare Sports Club, but quickly trying to get on the outside, and ball is lost forward. Captain fantastic with ball in hand, tracking to the line.
Could this be try time already?
Well, this is Raiders at their very best, very strong, going forward.
Looks like out.
And unfortunately, penalty is the call. So a player already down in back play for Harare Sports Club. But Raiders are not stopping for 1 second. Sent into midfield. Very big carry, tracking towards the line.
That looks like number 10 is down from Sports Club, Shingi.
Yes, Sports Club, unfortunately, a lady down at the moment. Did you see that offload? And already Raiders over the try line, try time, FS Raiders.
What a great play there.
Slick play from Raiders. Did very well to release that ball in contact and free up the ball for a huge overlap on that right-hand side. So try time already, which is definitely not what our Harare Sports Club wanted.
No. But this looks like it's going to be a very good day of rugby. Nice sunny day. Bring your family and just come chill out.
Definitely a good day is what we are hoping for. But Harare Sports Club, this is definitely not how they wanted to start. Already a player down in injured. That is Dube. She looks like she is in some pain. Conversion unsuccessful, but scoreline already reads
5-0 to FS Raiders.
5-0 at Raiders, correct. So Dube with ball in hand on the halfway line. Coach Tangi of Harare Sports Club already with some work to do on how to stem the tide of this encounter already. So well fielded by Raiders. Some Harare Sports Club not doing themselves any favors by missing those first-time tackles. And Slew.
Looks like Raiders have definitely put in the time for this match in practices, yeah.
Definitely Raiders are the defending champions, and they have a history of vanquishing all foes that they have been presented. So Mabika gives it to Rufaro. Very strong in contact,
From number
but
18
eventually brought down.
What is that call for now? I didn't quite see that, sorry, Shingy.
Ball is in touch, so we are going for the line out.
Okay.
And so Harare Sports Club, first set piece of this encounter. Looks like a full man line out. Taken at the front, and not in straight is the call from the referee. So first line out goes a begging for Harare Sports Club.
This could be a big scrum coming from both sides here, Shingy. Both look very strong.
Definitely. That pack from FS Raiders with Dewa, Nyamkondiwa and Lovu in the front line is very powerful, very mobile as well. And it will take some stopping by Harare Sports Club.
And the ball is in.
So Nyoni feeds the ball in. Excellent work from Red Lions. Lots of pressure at scrum time. And that front row of Tapera, Zimba and Chimbindi doing very well to put a lot of pressure on that Raiders scrum. So scrum reset is the call. Nyoni with the ball in hand, feeds it in. Much better scrum from Raiders this time. Max feeds it out to the back line. Chiwoniso.
Those are some great hands there. I think the boys could use some tips there, Shingy.
Definitely great hands from these superstars. That is Raiders. Eventually, ball is bundled into touch, but Raiders, some slick interplay on that far side, but that final pass not going to hand. So second scrum of the day.
Looks like it could be a line out there, Shingy.
Oh, excuse me, line out. Thank you for that, Kieran. Yes, it is definitely a line out. So first line out feed for FS Raiders. Nyamkondiwa with ball in hand.
And Harare Sports Club takes it.
Doesn't hit her jumpers, and it's turnover time for the Red Lions. So Red Lions just outside their 22.
What a hit there.
Big carry, big contact. And Migire feeding it out to her forwards, trying to keep it tight, getting some good meters there. But that Raiders defense standing strong for the moment. So now Dube in midfield. A bit lateral at the moment. Good handoff, finally going forward and bundled into touch. So this Raiders defense is definitely not giving up any yardage at the moment.
It's quite a dangerous area for Sports Club now, being in the N22 and Raiders having possession of the ball.
Definitely not where you want to be playing the game. You've got a very fast and agile backline that is Raiders. So knocked back, and Delight beats the first tackler, beats the second, gives it to the captain. Captain feeding it out to the back line. Some nice offloading. Tracking towards the tie line is Raiders. Can Harare Sports Club hold on and stop this attack? They make their tackle, but still ball is available for Raiders.
Could be another try time.
Definitely the alarm bells will be ringing for Harare Sports Club at the moment. More excellent work at breakdown time. Turnover, Red Lions. The counter attack is on. Lovely step, but loses the ball in contact.
And I think it is a penalty, or what has the ref blown there? I didn't quite see his hand signals.
It was just a knock-on. There. So it was just a knock-on there by Harare Sports Club. Excellent work at the breakdown to secure the turnover. And unfortunately lost that ball in contact. So this is the Paramount Garments Northern Region League Ladies Final, which sees defending champions FS Raiders 8 minutes in, 5-0 up on the scoreboard, playing in the right areas of the field. Max, the pick and go at the and accidental obstruction. Obstruction there is the call. So Max went for an eighth man break, and unfortunately her and Yoni got in each other's way to give a relieving penalty to Harare Sports Club, who opt for the tap and go.
They don't seem to want to kick too much. I don't know if it's because they don't trust their kicking, or what do you think that could be?
Well, they did lose their first line out, and that's not how you want to be playing against Raiders.
It's great to see how physical these girls are, and that they're willing to put their bodies on the line for such a physical sport as well.
Definitely excellent work there. Offloading in the tackle, and that offload was...
Possession goes back to Sports Club.
One offload too many from FS Raiders, turning over possession to the Harare Sports Club Red Lions, who are doing well at this stage, but how long can they hold on for?
That's the next question, Shingi.
Raiders are knocking, and it is potentially only a matter of time. But then there is the school of thought that says if you do spend too much time in the opposition red zone and you don't convert, you could be going the other way very quickly. So first scrum feed for Harare Sports Club, and before the ball is even in, looks like it's collapsed on this near side. So our referee for this encounter, Mr. David, has come over to this near side just to make sure that the bind and the set on this side is as it should be. 8-man break from the captain, Shoko. Broken
And
tackle.
out of touch.
And Cleo Kadimu ran out of space on this near field touchline, and Raiders are winning this territorial battle at the moment. Most of this match, if not all of it, being played in the Red Lions half, and right now in the 22. Now the question is, can Raiders execute? So another line out doesn't go to hand, and picked by Harare Sports Club. Red Lions doing well. As another Raiders line out doesn't go to hand. So Harare Sports Club Red Lions trying to work their way out as the Red Lions go off on a bit of a run there, taking play up into midfield, but still in their own half are the Red Lions. Ball not going to hand, but there is some gas out on that wing.
Out again. Let's see what this line out brings us.
Definitely not doing a great job at the moment is Harare Sports Club of trying to get some continuity and gaining some territory to get out of their own half. But lots of good defensive work being done by the defending champions. Raiders, coached by the national team coach that is Miss Lisi Wasarirevu. Very well drilled outfit. But so far they've lost 2 of their lineouts. Can Raiders reel in this lineout and execute?
Third time lucky? No.
Again picked by Harare Sports Club. Red Lions doing excellent work of reeling in those lineouts.
What a great push there from number 3.
Definitely lovely carry there from Chimbindi. Great body position, good leg drive, taking her team to the halfway line, and another excellent carry there from the Red Lions. Finally, they're over the halfway line, but as soon as they get over the halfway line, they are immediately turned over, and Delight streaks away.
And it's try time for Raiders.
Try time, Raiders rugby.
Score reads 10-0 at 12 minutes 30.
Definitely, this was a long time coming. Raiders made very heavy work of this particular score. 3 missed lineouts by Raiders, but a good turnover on the halfway line. Quick tap, lovely heads-up play there from Delight. And she is in for the second 5-pointer of the day for Raiders. Scoreline 10-0.
Can they make the conversion?
Yep, looks like she's not even going to wait for the tee.
Oh.
She goes for the drop, and it is unsuccessful. So 10-0 is the scoreline. 13 minutes into this encounter.
I reckon if Sports Club work on the hands a bit, they could get through, but their line is not looking too strong today.
Definitely, their line is very pacey, and they did very well against Zimbiru Titans in that semi-final when they pulled off the shock of the season and put Zimbiru Titans to the sword. So, can Harare Sports Club return can they get their hands on the ball? Can they actually gain some ground? Can they get some go forward? Or will it just continue to be one-way traffic as it has been so far? Dube, deep restart. Raiders allowing it to bounce. Eventually hold in. But the chase line from Harare Sports Club is staggered. Max out in the tram lines. Excellent offload. Does she have the pace? Defense comes across. Another offload. And excellent work by Raiders to keep that ball alive. And they are going forward at a rate of knots, but off her feet. Raiders letting Harare Sports Club off the hook on that occasion.
Can Sports Club make some ground here and get through into their 22 is the next question.
Excellent work there by Sports Club, giving the ball some air, looking for the mismatches, but gone into contact a little too high, and referee says it's a maul. So Harare Sports Club flooding in to that maul, trying to rescue that situation.
Goes down to the ground.
And they cannot rescue the situation. Turnover Raiders. Excellent work again on defense by Raiders, who are miserly at this stage. Raiders doing very well at the moment on defense, not giving Harare Sports Club any room to breathe at the moment. So scrum down Raiders, excellent work as they go down that short side. Chuaniso, the captain, breaking tackles and losing ball in contact.
Looks like they had a bit of a fight there between 2 players, number 11 and 10, I think. Both tried to get the ball at the same time.
Aggression is always good in the sport of rugby, as long as it's within the limits of the game. So scrum again for Raiders, assuming for the Red Lions, who had a very good scrum first time around. And another excellent scrum. Red Lions giving the ball some air, but excellent line speed coming from Raiders. And Red Lions trying to get around the fringe there, but can't find any purchase there. And that Raiders defense coming good once again. Offloading the tackle. Captain also offloading in the tackle. This Raiders team is playing some Harlem Globetrotter stuff at the moment. But turnover time, Red Lions did very well there.
You can see the sports club coach there getting a bit frustrated with his players.
Definitely pleading with his players to give more. But again, more tentative running, more tentative passing from Harare Sports Club. That defense of Raiders has been in their face this entire match and has not been giving them an inch so far.
Do you think they can keep this defense up for the whole 80 minutes?
Well, defense wins championships, and so far Raiders have been defending very, very well up to this point. 10-0 to the good, 18 minutes up on the clock, and that Raiders defense is doing well.
What a take by the fourth man, number 18.
And excellent take at line-out time. Finally, Raiders execute. Lovely running in midfield, and another offload. Try time, Raiders.
Let's just hope Sports Club doesn't feel too defeated just yet, and they can maybe come back.
Well, that is the possibility that comes with playing against Raiders. Raiders, the juggernaut, that is Raiders. They always coming at you, always coming at you. And another dropped conversion from right out in front, slotted over.
I think that's the first one they've got for this match, Shingi.
Definitely their first conversion of the 3 tries that they've scored, and putting 17 points up on the board now. And Harare Sports Club needs something. They really do need something at this stage. Otherwise, it could be a tall ask or a very long day in the office for these ladies.
Looks like Harare Sports Club have sent their substitutions for a bit of a warm-up. Could they make some changes already at 18 minutes?
Well, there was one injury-enforced change early on that the fly half, that is Mpofu, when she took a knock. So another restart finds grass, but Raiders able to reel it in. And that is Chirinda, who was going off on a Maisie, giving it to Max. Max taking 3 players to bring her down, and ran out of space on that far side touchline and bundled into touch. So, line out for Harare Sports Club in the opposition half.
If they get this, they could get a try.
Definitely Zimba, the vice captain, feeds it in and misses everyone. But ball is still available. But penalty, Raiders. Harare Sports Club not doing well at line-out time on that occasion. So another big carry from Raiders. Boom, far, the bus is full. Raiders front foot going forward at a rate of knots. Looks like Nyoni's off the field, and I see Cynthia now at 9. That ball is coming out and coming out quickly. Definitely Raiders mean business at this stage.
They are not stopping anytime soon, I don't think.
Definitely, if Harare Sports Club need to hold on at this stage.
And what a good carry there.
Boom, another big collision in midfield. And not rolling out is the call. So Raiders marching downfield.
And pick and go there.
Another tap and go from Raiders as they're heading to the touchline. Another strong carry. And turnover time, Red Lions. The ladies from Harare Sports Club standing tall, but looks like they've been turned over again. Raiders ball, is it? No, it's not. And in a series of turnovers there, eventually it comes out Harare Sports Club side.
Again, in dangerous area though. If that defense takes that ball again, could it be another try time for Raiders?
Definitely Dube with ball in hand.
Looks like he's going for a kick.
Yeah, shaping for the kick. But it's not going to make it to touch. Picked up by the try-scoring machine, Tagarira. And they can't stop her.
Fourth try for the game, sorry. My mistake.
The try-scoring machine, that is Rufaro Tagarira, goes in. And this lady is a try-scoring machine. She is lightning quick, and Harare Sports Club punished for not getting that ball into touch. So Harare Sports Club, the Red Lions, didn't find touch, didn't make any of their tackles, and Tagarira goes in, and the conversion is unsuccessful on that occasion. So 22 points up on the board now for FS Raiders, and if the ask was very tall before, I think it is now close to getting out of hand for the Harare Sports Club Red Lions.
Hopefully they can get at least one try in today and not get whitewashed on the last match of the season.
Definitely, this is the final of the Paramount Garments Northern Region League. This is the ladies' final, which sees the defending champions, FS Raiders, in the grey kit, playing from right to left, taking on Harare Sports Club, the Red Lions, playing from left to right with the pink kit with the white shorts. And another restart goes to ground, but Kudzai clearing her lines, ball finding grass. Harare Sports Club not taking in that ball, and pressure coming in from Raiders, who are pumped. They are all over Harare Sports Club at this stage. Harare Sports Club struggling to come up with any answers for this FS Raiders team. As soon as they get their hands on the ball, there is a Raiders player all over them. And it is a lot of pressure coming through from Raiders.
Could they take this line out, or is this going straight back to Raiders? And Raiders get possession of the ball. No?
So
Sports Club.
skew throw and picked by Harare Sports Club. So these lineouts seem like it's the only weak part of this Raiders game so far. But we will go back as there was no advantage there. So it is scrum down for Harare Sports Club following another missed line out from Raiders. I think that's the only chink in their armor today so far, Raiders.
Definitely. They're strong everywhere else, but their lineouts could be their downfall if anything happens with Sports Club.
Definitely, Sports Club needs to kick on from this moment. Missed opportunity at line out time from Raiders, but they need to secure this scrum first. Another 8-man break, but quickly shut down. This Raiders defense has been money so far. So Dube feeding it out to the back line, coming back against the grain.
And Raiders take possession again.
Very strong in contact is the captain, forcing that turnover. And as we spoke about it a few seconds ago, this Raiders defense is a thing of beauty at this stage.
There's also quite a big size difference here between the two teams, eh, Shingi?
And as soon as Harare Sports Club think they had the turnover, the referee brings them back and says there was no clear release. So Cynthia, looking left, looking right, taps it. They go to the left. This back line. There goes Rufaro. Quickly into a stride, but forcing the offload. And turnover time for Harare Sports Club. But as soon as Harare Sports Club have the ball, they give it right back to Raiders. Pass.
Like Shingi said, we're live at Prince Edward School, final game for Schoolboy and Club. Pull in if you're in a row.
Definitely the end of the 15s rugby calendar. That is Schoolboy and Club Rugby today at Prince Edward School. So all roads leading to Prince Edward today. We have the Paramount Commons final. We have the final first team encounter. That is Prince Edward Tigers taking on the Lomagundi Bisons. And excellent scrum pressure coming in from Harare Sports Club. Excellent work in scrum time. So I think Harare Sports Club have found another weapon that they can use against this Raiders team. Their scrum has been looking strong so far.
I mean, it shows how good a halfback and a playmaker is in this sort of game, Shingi? Without that, I don't think FS Raiders would be so high up.
Definitely very good work with the skills these two teams have. Not many knock-ons, not many first phase infringements. But Harare Sports Club Red Lions with a scrum feed. Very stable platform. Another pick and go. And a forced offload is knocked. And again, Harare Sports Club guilty of trying to do too much and just handing position straight back to Raiders.
Doesn't look like much communication is going on through Sports Club either. It's just pick the ball and see what to do once we've got it in our hand.
Definitely lacking a little bit of structure, lacking a little bit of composure is Harare Sports Club Red Lions at this juncture. So Raiders, their last scrum was under immense pressure, but much better this time. Another eighth man break, going down the blind side, feeding it out to the speedster, who's wrapped up, but still maintaining a feed, still tracking, going forward. Raiders knocking on the door, pick and go around the fringe, gaining valuable yardage, and penalty Raiders too eager, trying to get as close to the line as they could, and a relieving penalty by Harare Sports Club, taking play up to the 22-meter.
Looks like Harare Sports Club are finally starting to notice where Raiders' weak points are, and they're targeting those now.
Definitely Zimba, the vice captain with ball in hand, needs to find her jumpers, and they need to exit and exit well. So lovely take at the front, coming around but smashed and held up, and it looks like it's a maul. So Harare Sports Club doing well to get their line out, but running straight into contact, and this Raiders defense once again standing up tall.
Scrum down again with Raiders ball in hand.
Definitely taken in is the call from the referee, so it is a turnover, and Raiders unable to execute on their last scrum. Went on a blindside break, but this time with virtually no blindside to work with. Another eighth-man pickup, but feeding it out to the back line. And that Harare Sports Club defense is standing off, and standing off to their detriment.
Try time.
A lovely offload. Excellent offload. FS Raiders results in yet another try time for the defending champions.
It's great to see so much support from the schoolboys and parents from the schools as well out here today. Just in general, for a women's rugby team that never was a big thing in Zim at one point.
Definitely the women need support just like the men, and it is excellent that they are given the opportunity to showcase their skills. 27 points up now on the board for the defending champions, who look like they mean business. Another drop conversion attempt is successful, 29 points up on the board. And the body language will tell you that Harare Sports Club don't want none of this anymore. Taking their time to come back to their restart positions, winding down the clock as our referee goes across to try and get Harare Sports Club to speed it up.
Raiders already in position, already look like they've already had a bit of a chat on their next play and what they're going to do.
Definitely. Body language says Harare Sports Club don't want none of what Raiders are serving at the moment.
They also look a bit disheartened, but hopefully they can put some morale between themselves and pick themselves up again.
Definitely, they are not out of it just yet. 31 minutes now up on the clock. And finally, Raiders take a restart in cleanly. And Harare Sports Club trying to get over the ball. And turnover. So Red Lions finally have a call go their way in opposition territory.
Could they get it? And they're making some gain there.
Breaks an excellent tackle, but quickly reeled in. So Harare Sports Club finally with a 22 entry of their own. But again, that Raiders defense is so strong.
This is the great thing about rugby. It's anyone's game until the 80th minute, eh?
Definitely. So Raiders very strong on defense and turnover once again.
Looks like Raiders had a bit of a fright there with the Harare Sports Club making so much ground.
And with that act, Harare Sports Club first entry into the 22, and they quickly turn it over yet again. And this Raiders defense comes up good once again, which has pretty much been the story of the first half. What have your thoughts been, Kieran, of the first half?
I think Sports Club needs to do a lot of work, and Raiders have done a lot of work to get to where they are, and good on them. But they're very well organized, they communicate well. Their only downsides are their scrums and their lineouts, but other than that, I think it's a pretty solid team.
Definitely solid performance from the defending champions so far in this encounter. So that's halftime here at Prince Edward. Scoreline reads Harare Sports Club, the Red Lions 0, FS Raiders, the defending champions 29.
FS Raiders versus Harare Sports Club. Scoreline reads 29-0 to FS Raiders.
So defending champions, very commanding lead at this stage, and it has been one-way traffic so far. The question is, can Harare Sports Club stop them?
Well, we'll see what the second half brings out. A bit of a team chat, and let's hope they've sorted themselves out a bit.
Definitely, they need something to go their way this second half. They need to really put pressure on this Raiders team, but this Raiders defense has been miserly. It has been very watertight up to this point.
And the support is helping them a lot, I think. Playing in front of a crowd always makes it more challenging and harder to focus, but the Raiders are doing well for themselves.
Definitely a lot of superstars in that Raiders team. Max, Chiwoniso, Mabika, the captain, Takarira, Mukomondo, national team players who are have a lot of experience in this game and are definitely showing it. And it's showing on the scoreboard at this stage.
Yeah.
So Harare Sports Club, the Red Lions, the ladies in pink will be playing from right to left in this second half. And as soon as Raiders have their ball, they are running forward and they are moving forward quickly. So some big ball carriers in midfield.
Sports Club are looking a lot more confident as well.
But they are giving up meters on those carries, and already Raiders are crossing the halfway line, giving the ball some air, going down that left-hand touchline. Big tackles coming in, and a hand comes in from Harare Sports Club, but Raiders firmly on the front foot, slowing it down a little bit, and more big ball carriers in midfield, trying to create some go forward. Captain Fantastic going around the edge, creating a 3-on-1, but beaten into touch. So excellent work there by the Harare Sports Club defense, finally standing up tall.
But again, once again, Raiders on the 22 of Harare Sports Club. So danger time again.
Definitely danger time for the Red Lions. They are playing this game in the wrong areas of the field, and they have been punished up to this point by Raiders for this territorial domination that they have been meting out so far. So this is the second half of the Paramount Garments Northern Region League Women's Final. And following the conclusion of the round-robin stage, everyone's money was on Zimbiru Titans to finally challenge FS Raiders, but out of nowhere, out of the blue, to many surprise, Harare Sports Club, the Red Lions, came away with a very good win at semi-final time, while Raiders came through the semi-final of the Old Georgians Pitbulls team. And
very enthusiastic crowd. You can hear the boys doing their war cries. All the old boys are here from PE. It's a great day to be here.
Great day of rugby on the cards here at Prince Edward. Earlier we saw the Division 1 final, which saw Old Hararians come away with a very good victory against Harare Sports Club 2. But as per tournament rules, that second team cannot get promoted to the Premier League next year. So as far as I'm aware, Northern Chiefs will be promoted to the Premier League next year, while the University of Zimbabwe will be relegated. So that is definitely one to look out for next year. That's Northern Chiefs in the Premier League.
It's definitely been a very exciting league this year. A lot of unexpected turnouts. You saw the OGs Barbarians being promoted up to first division as well.
Definitely, and Delight popping it off. Ball doesn't go into hands, but still going backwards. It's still going forwards. And Kudzi with a lovely turn.
And try time. Yes? No.
Not yet.
No, it's
now
try time.
it's try time. Yes, they were close.
Sorry, I got a bit excited there, Shinky.
No problem. Very excitable stuff coming from Raiders at the moment. They are when they're going forward and they're stringing those passes together, it's a thing of beauty.
Their conversions haven't been a very strong point, so it'll be interesting to see if they get this one.
Definitely a very tight conversion attempt coming up. And Delight finally pulls out the kicking tee. And she will place kick this one, where she was dropping all the previous attempts.
But when you're scoring this many tries, do your conversions really matter?
Well, they do matter in the grander scheme of things. When you do play stronger opposition or in closer encounters, every kick at goal definitely counts. So Delight with a very difficult conversion attempt goes to the right, and it is unsuccessful. So 34 points to 0 is the score line in the second half of this encounter. And the question now is, not necessarily can Harare Sports Club come back from this, but can they limit
get
the
some
damage?
points on it at least, yeah.
Can they limit the damage? Can they put some respectability on the scoreline of this final?
I don't think any coaches want to leave here with a 0 on their board.
Definitely, that donut will haunt you for a long time to come. To work hard all season to get to the final, to the grand final, and you come away with a donut. Definitely is not just reward for how well these ladies played to get to this point. But another clean take by Raiders.
I reckon Raiders could give some of the boys' teams a good run, eh?
Definitely. I have heard rumors that Raiders do train and play against the Alan Wilson rugby boys. So don't quote me on that. I just said it's a rumor that I heard.
But you can see if it is true, it is helping them a lot, playing with a lot more physical guys and bigger than them as well.
Definitely, it does help with conditioning and turnover. So Harare Sports Club doing well to spoil the party. And excellent work by Harare Sports Club on that occasion. So tap and go is the order of the day for Harare Sports Club, trying to speed it up. And they are very close to the 22. Another tap and go. Shoko, the captain.
Could this be the turning point?
Excellent work, taking play deep into the 22 of Raiders. Red Lions on the front foot. Ball squirms out. And turnover Raiders. Excuse me, it was not a turnover. It is Red Lions ball as they go forward in search of their first try. Close. Referee scampering for a better position to see.
You can see the FS Raiders getting very physical now, hoping that Sports Club doesn't score here.
And held up is the call. Held up. That is excellent work there from the Red Lions. They did very well to get close to the line. And Raiders did very well to get underneath. So, goal line dropout, taken in by Dube. Taking it up quickly on her is the defense from Raiders. And Raiders trying to blow over the top. But Migire does well fighting, but she's gone too high again. And if there's something you don't want to do, it's go into contact high against this Raiders team.
Hospital pass, as we used to call them in school.
And turnover. Red Lions came very close, but unfortunately, turnover once again, and Raiders taking the ball back.
Looks like Harare Sports Club is playing a lot of rushed game and just hoping for the best. I think if they slowed it down and thought about their actions a bit more, it could be a different story for them.
Definitely, their structure is good, and it has been good this year up to this point, but they are just letting Raiders off the hook and not able to sustain pressure. Max, pick and go around the fringe. And Cynthia bundled into touch. So very well done there by the Red Lions.
Looks like Sports Club might be making some substitutions now.
Definitely trying to bring on some fresh legs. some impetus. So far this second half, Harare Sports Club have been playing the game in the right areas of the field, and their line out has been working, taken in, and they've set up the rolling maul, but so far not going forward. So the captain breaks, goes down the short side and bundled into touch. So Shoko, the captain, not able to take her team forward on that occasion. And this Raiders defense, once again, standing up tall.
Can this line out go to their favor?
So Raiders had a very creaky line out in the first half. And unfortunately, the captain looks like she needs a bit of medical attention there. That is Shoko, who's gone back down on her haunches. She is one tough cookie, and if she is down, then definitely something's not right.
Yeah. I think it'll also be quite hard for the team without a captain on, and it's always hard not having your captain on the field when he goes off, or she goes off on injury rather.
Definitely, she leads from the front, and she's a very strong ball carrier, and her presence on the field will definitely be required for Sports Club in the second half if they are to mount anything. So we've taken an impromptu water break as for that injury stop. And this is the Paramount Garments Northern Region Final. We are at Prince Edward School, home of the Tigers. And we are here for the conclusion of Club Rugby, the Club Rugby 15s program, as well as the School 15s program. So it doesn't matter how you get them sometimes.
As long as you keep your position, I suppose.
As long as you keep the ball. But turnover, Red Lions going off on a rumble. And doing very well to gain meters for her team. But that second roll got her a little isolated. And Raiders tapping and going. Running straight, running quickly. Lovely offload into back play is Chidawa. But she's quickly hauled in. Ball is available again for Raiders, who are firmly on the front foot now. And the Red Lions scrambling. And a very big carrier out in those wide channels. Brought to ground, but quick as a flash, Cynthia's on the ball. Freeing it up to Delight. Delight, one handoff, two handoffs, offload. And the try-scoring machine has her hands on the ball, and guess what? Lights out, try time, FS Raiders.
Wow, that was a very exciting play there.
Lots of hard work by the Red Lions. Lots and lots of hard work trying to do something on the scoreboard.
Well, at least they made it a bit of an easier kick.
Definitely.
Straight under the post.
Tagaria came all the way around to make the conversion much easier. And Delight definitely not wanting the kicking tee on this occasion. She goes for the drop, and it is good. And I think maybe she's opting to drop instead of using the kicking tee with one eye on the Sevens Olympic qualifiers coming up, where I'm sure she'll be part of the national team.
I'm sure it'll be quite good for her as well, and good for Zim in general to see club players moving up and getting their name out there to an international level.
Definitely. I'm sure if she is called upon to play for the national team again, she might be one of the designated kickers. So she's putting in as much drop kicking practice as she can. But this is, of course, the 15th final. Scoreline now reads 41 points to 0 in favor of the defending champions, who are cruising at this stage.
Very competitive team, and they don't seem to like to lose. Well, no one does, but they really want to hold on to this title today.
And that clean sheet is something that they also pride themselves on. So Slew taking into contact, very strong, but she loses the ball. And counter-attack time for her sports club. Excellent work And counter ruck comes in from Max. And as soon as the Red Lions get their hands on the ball, they give it back to to the Raiders. Lovely interplay. Excellent work by Raiders. And unfortunately,
Out on touch. So it looks like a player down on Raiders side. She looks like she's quite in a lot of pain there.
and this looks like a it's a medical field at the moment. You've got players down in back play. You've got players down injured. I'm counting 3 players down injured. So medics are stretched thin at the moment. And as the referee has stopped play for the time being. So this is the Paramount Garments Northern Region final. And this is the final encounter for these 2 teams. And from here, a lot of players will be called up for the national teams.
It's going to be quite a hard selection for whoever's doing the selection, but when you've got talent like this, how do you select a squad?
Definitely a lot of talented ladies out on the park today. Some putting up their names for national team selection, and some who thought their places on teams were guaranteed, but could be finding their positions a little bit shakier after today's performances.
Definitely. I think especially the scouts come to every game and they watch, so some silly mistake could cost you your position in that team.
Definitely. So of the 3 players down injured, Dube in your picture looks like she's going to be the first one to get up and needing a helping hand, but she is another tough cookie as well. And if she is leaving the field of play, then definitely she is not going to be well. And the second player up on her feet, that looks like Max, the 8th man, who is also back on her feet. And Nyoni is the 3rd and final player back up on her feet.
It looks like all 3 are coming off there. Max is off.
Yeah, so Max, just to the right of your screen, just out of shot, still receiving attention, but she looks like she impacted her knee as she was going down. But hopefully she will be okay and available for selection for the national team as well.
Great to see the sportsmanship from both sides, checking up on the other players to make sure they're all okay and everything like that.
Definitely a lot of teammates, a lot of schoolmates, and a lot of friends, and are playing against each other and alongside each other here. So a lot of camaraderie is there. So play has been brought back for forward pass. As you see the slew at the hooker position for Raiders. She's back on her feet after receiving that attention there. And I see Shoko there, the captain of Harare Sports Club at 8th man for the Red Lions. She is also back on the field. So good to see.
What a push from Harare Sports Club there.
So under penalty advantage, and no advantage coming from that particular piece of play there. As that entire back line was creeping. So Migire goes off on a Maisie.
Looks like another injury for Sports Club.
Sells the first and looking a little isolated, and turnover Raiders. So Raiders not hanging around, giving it to the try-scoring machine. Oh, what a lovely offload on the outside, coming back in field. Defense comes across another offload and turnover. Red Lions spoiling the party.
Raiders have definitely been slowed down a lot in the second half, and Sports Club have picked it up, but I don't think they're going to get a try in today. Could be very wrong, but we'll see what happens.
Captain Shoko isolated and turnover again. So Raiders trying to pick up the pace in this women's final, championship final. Yes,
Very physical game the second half.
definitely very physical indeed. And good leg drive, good carry. Taking play well into the half of Harare Sports Club. But this back line is well
Very
behind
dangerous.
the gain line. And dragging defenders along with her. What looks like a turnover, but no, referee says the ruck had beaten her. So quick tap, one-on-one with the last defender. Offload.
Ooh. I think it's sloppy hands like that that will cost you points here.
Definitely not the kind of play that you expect from such quality players with a lot of quality and caliber about them.
I think the exhaustion of the game and the heat of the sun is starting to catch up with everyone. Seeing a lot of guys go down with injuries, especially at the end of the season. You don't want to be injured, and as you get older, they take a lot longer to heal.
Definitely, but a lot of spring chickens are on the field in this encounter, and you don't expect them to be out for long. And as you said, this is towards the end of the season, which means Olympic qualifiers and Victoria Cup for the men and some internationals for the ladies coming up. So injury at this stage in the season is not what you want. You want to be fit and ready and available. Maybe your country will call you up and get on that ticket. But
What a scrum there.
big scrum from the Red Lions, and going off on another run. And again, very strong in contact as Raiders. And no release on that tackle. So Mary goes off on another tap and go, giving the captain. Captain looks left, looks right, and obstruction. Obstruction. Tentative from Harare Sports Club. Unsure of which way to go, but giving ball back to Raiders, who only know one way, and that's forward, and that's very quickly. Stepping, gaining meters.
It looks like we've gone into overtime now.
So Chiwoniso giving it out to the left. And guess who?
Try time.
It is that lady again, Rufaro Tagarira.
I definitely think she deserves player of this match. She has put in so much work to get the Raiders where they are, and very well done to her.
Well, cast your mind back to the final of 2022 of the Paramount Garments Northern Region
2023
Women's
even,
Final.
Shiki.
2020, well, we're in 2023, but cast your mind back a year ago to 2022 when Rufaro smashed the individual try-scoring record. I'll need to look up the stats, but easily, I think she scored 8 tries in that final last year when they put all Georgians to the sword. And on this occasion, she declines to take the conversion.
Have FS Raiders lost a match this whole season?
They did lose once to Zimbiru Titans, and everyone thought Zimbiru finally had the formula to beat Raiders. But at that stage in the season, there were a number of players that had gone to Zambia for the pre-qualifiers. So Raiders were depleted. Their superstars were off on national team duty, and I'm sure Zimbiru Titans fans will say that does not matter. The scoreboard will always say Zimbiru Titans beat Raiders this year.
Again, that's another team that has done very well, though, even on the South African news, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely on the international map, Zimbiru Titans. They were also featured in a United Kingdom publication as well that I saw. So there's a lot of good work being done in the women's rugby circles at this stage.
Great to see the coaches that are pushing people to play their best and encouraging them to do better for themselves and for the country. I mean, Sim Rugby hasn't been on the map very often, and it's good to see it starting to reach an international standard.
Definitely good work being done by a lot of people in the sport, administrators, referees, coaches. A lot of work behind the scenes is going into getting these ladies ready for competition. And excellent work by the Lady Cheetahs in Zambia last month to qualify for the pre-qualifiers for the Olympics. So that line speed from Raiders comes up flying.
Ooh. And it looks like, no, Sports Club keep possession of the ball there.
Yeah, a bit of back and forth, a little bit of no, you have it, no, you have it. And at the end of it all, it is going to be Harare Sports Club put in. So Harare Sports Club struggling to get past the gain line. A lot of passes way behind the gain line and good line speed coming in from Raiders, shutting them down. And effectively, this scrum looks like it's just moved maybe 20 meters across the field from where the previous one was, which is a testament to just how good this Raiders defense has been so far today.
I could be mistaken, but it looks like a lot of fear in Sports Club. There's a big size difference and strength difference between the two teams. And they don't look very confident in their abilities.
Definitely some strong, powerful players in that FS Raiders team. And Harare Sports Club, very quick and very nimble. So another obstruction. Pick and go from the 8th man. Went the wrong side, and unfortunately, obstruction, not back 10. So Harare Sports Club had a nice scrum feed, but Raiders more effective. Boom! Massive collision in midfield there. The bus is full. And Raiders bulldozing their way forward. And potentially bulldozing their way to yet another championship. Captain Fantastic giving the try-scoring machine, and one pass too many.
Looks like we've got another injury there on Sports Club side.
Another massive contact there. But Raiders look like they were in for all money on that occasion. But on that occasion, the Harare Sports Club defense scrambled to good effect. And that looks like Mandinyenga, who's down there, the 15 for Harare Sports Club.
Will Raiders get one last try in before end of time?
Well, that is the question now. 46 points up on the board for the defending champions, who look like they are going to retain their Paramount Garments title. And the question now is, can they get over that 50-point mark, or will Harare Sports Club hold on?
Harare Sports Club coach is not looking very impressed or happy at all in the slightest bit.
Definitely, they would have come in with a plan, and it doesn't look like the plan has come off on this occasion, as that Raiders defense sends yet another Harare Sports Club player crashing into the turf in touch. And I think you'd think that Raiders spent the whole week just working on their defense.
I don't think they've worked on their lineouts very much though.
Definitely, their lineout has not been ticking. But their last lineout, they won it eventually. And no lift lineout again, tracking towards the line. Our Raiders brought to ground. Ball is available. Side entry is the call. Cynthia, quick tap, giving the ball some air. Guess who it is again? None other than the try-scoring machine, Tagarira. Came from the left touchline, came into that first receiver position, scooped up the ball. The big bounce off on her way to yet another try. And Rufaro, unstoppable as always.
What a try there. Scores above 50 now, I don't think, and end of time, I think.
Conversion is good, and that will be that for this year's championship. Congratulations, FS Raiders, champions of the 2023 Paramount Garments Northern Region League. And runners-up will be the Harare Sports Club, the Red Lions, who did very well to get to the final, but came up short against a very, very good FS Raiders team.
I think both teams could do with a bit more training. I know FS Raiders did very well, but they could work on their scrums and their lineouts, and Sports Club could work on just communicating a bit better, slowing the game down and thinking instead of just rushing your plays.
Definitely a good game from both teams. Raiders very clinical when they had the ball going forward, and Harare Sports Club always looked very tentative, trying to go forward. Didn't get over the gain line as well as they would have liked to. So that is full time in this encounter. The Paramount Garments Northern Region League champions, FS Raiders, and they are already in their huddle and celebrating away, while commiserations for the Harare Sports Club Red Lions, as we see there from the coach of Raiders, as she commiserates the losing finalists, that is Harare Sports
I
Club.
think it's going to be a very big day of celebrations and a lot of emotions going on through at the moment.
So definitely it's already party time in the FS Raiders camp,
and for those of you still listening, we've got a very big day of rugby. Stay tuned. We've got PE against Gandhi in the finals, and OGs against, could be the Goshawks today.
So excellent days of rugby, and our broadcast here on powered by Sand Sport has been kicked off by the ladies final, which sees the defending champions FS Raiders taking it yet again, very convincing 53-0 victors. So in shot now we have the primary sponsor, that is Paramount Garments Work, presenting Harare Sports Club with the runners-up check, while Old Hararians are now stepping up to the podium and will be receiving their trophy for Division 1 champions.
Again, another team that's done really well this year and just proved themselves to be a very good team and could probably take some first teams, I reckon.
Definitely could take some first teams. So that is Old Hararians in shot. That is Ms. Nyarai Bakasa, the manager of Old Hararians, receiving the trophy next to the vice chair of the Harare Province Board, Ms. Lindiwe, as they receive their check as well. And I'm sure drinks on Old Hararians today.
I think we might have to go see the coaches after we're done here.
Definitely, that cup should be full throughout the entire day. So now stepping up to the podium is Elvra Shoko, captain of the losing finalists. That is the Harare Sports Club Red Lions. And she is being presented with the runners-up plaque. And did very well to get to the final, but looks like it was just a bridge too far for them when they came up against the defending champions.
Hopefully they've taken some notes, and next year they'll come back stronger and could win it. Let's see what happens.
Definitely a lot of good hard work went in, coached by Tangi, who did excellent work to get his team to the final. And taking to the podium now are the winners, champions of the 2023 Paramount Garment Northern Region League, FS Raiders, and that's Chuoniso Mabika, captain, receiving the trophy on behalf of her team.
Can you hear them singing joy now? I think a lot of relief is going through. They've done their job. Season's over. They can rest for a bit, and then they go for the Olympic qualifiers.
So as we take in the sounds of the champions, FS Raiders, 2023 champions, Paramount Northern Region League. So that is that from us in the commentary booth for the time being. But stay tuned. Following on from this match, we will have the final game of the Prince Edward and Lomagundi school calendar. That'll be Bisons taking on Tigers on Jubilee. And then the final game of today's program will see the Paramount Club final, the Northern Region Club final, which sees the old enemies, old Hurrians taking on old Georgians. It does not get bigger than that.
No. I think everyone should come out and just watch some rugby if you're in Harare. The crowd is already great. A lot of old school boys, like I said earlier, and those boys are having a time.
Excellent. So that is us from commentary for the time being. We will catch you shortly for Tigers Bisons.